What is the full not state governments? We are taking that one. To monitor progress of the school students also we can take here. Let me in the Excel. What is the Excel can provide the career advantages? Excel advantage can boost the enhance of the one's employee skills. Nowadays, most of the organizations using automatic data capture in the process. Being able to use spreadsheets of the efficiency brings value to the employer that helps justify your salary and maybe even increases in addition. Having skills, it is a great tool. You can give it instant advantage against your fellow employees who are competing for the same promotions and advancement you are. And then components of Excel. So there are many software available on spreadsheet program, but Excel is most widely useful software out there. From the introduction, so business tasks, including statistics, finance, data management, data science, forecasting, analysis, everything, building business and so many, everything is there is number crunching, charts, store and import data, manipulating text, templates and dashboards and automation text, and so many things that I just now told you. So what is a cell? So firstly, it is the most powerful component of the Excel spreadsheet. What is the Excel sheet? Data is an entered to cell, either typing or a copy paste. Every cell can be identified itself. Address can be defined as column number and row number. If a cell in the second row and the third column, then address can be defined as column 2. Why? Because second row and third column means C2. Row address can be defined the representative number of the row and column. So it is the English alphabets, you know that A, B, C, D, E, and so on. So in the cell, you enter the text number and the date, data can be modified. So what is the text we are giving the data? We can change the Excel sheet, size, font, color, background, dates, and everything. The size also, KBs are with the size also we can check in this one. Worksheet. Merriam Dictionary definition, special prepared sheet, complement or booklet containing data, assistance in planning of accomplishing science piecework. The told by Scotta. Similarly, it contains individual cells and each cell contains data. Data might be a value in formula or text. Worksheet may also graph, a diagram, charts, or images. Then a file which consists of one or more worksheets can also be defined as a collection here. Multiple worksheets is called as a workbook. Workbook can add related worksheets with workbook. Can hide worksheets with the deleting them. Also, order of the worksheets can be changed here. What is Excel window components and overview of Excel functions? So how, before starting the really important is the window. So go ahead with all the major components. See this Excel sheet, all of you. So this is I'm increasing. See here, this is visible and strengthen this 200. See, this is the address bar. This is the formula bar. This is the what we are typing the bar. Active cell means this is the active cell means this is the, see here, this is the active cell means this is the box where you are typing. This is the bar. The cursor will come to the next side. This is the column. This is the column. This is the row means in the taking this one, the column will be take this one. This is the one fundamental we are taking here. So active cell. What is active cell? What is active cell means? Is highlighted on the selection is called as active cell. We highlighted the rectangle. Is a highlighting address means what we are typing. So what we are typing on the board that is highlighting on the address bar. To activate the click and then promoting the cell with the arrow, you need to double click on the cell highlighting purpose also we are doing it here as usual. A column. In the worksheet, a vertical set of constitution column. A worksheet consists of 16 worksheet of 16,384 columns there. You know, mind it, 16,384. Each column is identified by one alphabet. Identification starts from A to, except each column can be selected by clicking of the header row. Or in the set first to the row, a single worksheet consists 104,857 rows. See here, there is 16,384 columns, but 104,857. 1,04,000, 10 lakhs, 48,576 rows in rows. Every row identified by a number from 1 to 10 lakh 48 by 7. Each and every in the row will be selected by checking the number which is marked on the left side of the window. They are taking it here. Then fill handle. See in the lower right corner of selector cell, this will help the fill developer with this also insert serial numbers. Address bar. This bar shows the address of selected cell. If you select a range of cells and the address shows you the address of the first cell in the range. Formula bar can be seen below the ribbon. If you select any cell by clicking the formula bar, shows that contain active cell. This can be also used enter formula and cell. This can be seen the Excel sheet shown in the figure. So you can take that application and use Excel. File menu contains here save, save as, open, new, print, Excel option or anything. So many options here in Excel. We are taking a quick access. In the toolbar, we have added most frequently used option for access. This tab contains a bunch of specific option group which further contains option. In this tab, you can see all worksheets present in the workbook. If you open Excel workbook, you can see 3 worksheets with the default worksheet, 1 sheet, 2 sheet, respectively. Plus symbol, you can also add multiple sheets to the workbook. It is thin at the bottom of the Excel window. You can instantly help you once you get Excel. Functions over function window, function fundamentals. What is the function? The function is Excel is a built calculation of the performance of mathematical operation. Now, students of numbers wanted to manually look for the highest value. It took a while. Where Excel can help out. A maximum formula that stretches a specified range and places the heights values in the cell with formula. In another example, if you wanted to calculate the average from list of numbers, you could see the average function to the average. Excel has more than 450 mathematical calculations already created. So if you know which ones do not save countless hours, numerous calculations already created, you are also learning how to create your own functions, your specific calculations, the customizer of your business. It may be warranted creating your own custom function. Functions versus formulas. The function is built in mathematical calculation provided by Excel. The formula of the function is argument. You know that they are activated by is equal sign. For example, if you apply the formula average, with average of the function with argument, nothing happens. However, average and it actives formula thinking that using the key to start lookup arguments and the types. An argument is the reference behind the function. The reference being the number, cell reference, or worksheet names. For example, you are calculating the average of cells in a list. Argument cell reference table. Your numbers 1, 2, 3 text is January, February, March, April. Vertical working or partial B6 or B7, B20. This is it. What is operators? Operator means operation. Operators are really broken into 4 categories: automatic operators, comparison operators, text operators, and reference operators. An operator simply tells that Excel the kind of calculation of this font. To perform, for example, if wanted to drive by 3, the operator is the font slash key and tells Excel to drive. Divide instance is the language you use to Excel to tell what do you want to do. In the keystore language, we are seeing the table. Plus means addition, minus means subtraction, star means multiplication, division. You know that all these symbols, percentage, exponent, comparison, equal to, less than or equal to means symbol again. Less than or equal to, not equal to, text. What is what is operator order? What is the operator order we are taking here? What is operator order? When we create in compiled formulas, our formulas that include more than our operator, the specific order here, that is one point we have to create formula contain plus the percentage could become fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Percentage 2 is arrow mark, star and oblique 4 is plus and minus, 5 is and 6 and greater than less than and equal to. All these symbols of the operator order we are taking here. Where calculated the and the system is third is hash, fourth is dollar, fifth is percentage, or sixth is seventh is and example they are giving operator order. The so tell me the area of circle, the area of the circle, the area of the circle is pi radius that is true. So the table and the above exponents come to the multiplications we are taking here components, the radius and the multipliers of the PA. What is the custom function? You can create custom function in Excel. However, Visual Excel has been not already addressed a function that will work for your specific needs. The following custom, for example, it was not construction industry. So what is the specific calculation we are taking here? The part of specific company equipment to profit or specific of the company. Custom function we can write create. So some custom function we are writing create. Now every time that one is to make the amount of material we know includes cart 777 truck including calculate the amount of material based on 777. So over here the chapter to managing your business functions. So custom functions we are taking here. So in the custom functions we are taking here, we are creating custom functions Excel. However, Visual Excel has not already addressed a function. We work with the specific needs. Note the following custom function example. Construction industry had a specific calculation included formula with the rates specific name company declaring a profit rate that was also specific in the company. I would want to create the custom function for rate already told you. So the truck rate car cat at 777 truck it will be calculate the amount of material based on 777 base or rate plus overhead. So the following equations will help you find a function that will work for your specific needs. To learn more about the function, the detailed description exists logic function. హలో, చెప్పు. ఉంది. ఏ అక్క మేడం చేయాలనా? ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగు, ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగు. గ్రాఫ్ థియరీ ప్రాబిలిటీ కదా. ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగు, ఒక్క నిమిషం. నేను ఓపెన్ చేస్తాను ఇప్పుడు. నేను ఇండెక్స్ మెయిన్ ఫైల్. ఒక 2 నిమిషాలు మేడం మేడం మెయిల్ కొట్టేస్తా. మేడం అయిపోయిన పుస్తకం. So here we have to see here So we have to take that the numbers of the introduction of this one. So list of these mathematical, this first unit we have 1.7 we have to discuss here. This is the fundamental formats of the Excel sheet I am sent here. Writing an examples and the lookup functions as I have told you. This is a true and a not true. The component one and false I am taking here. And returns the and returns true arguments are false. False returns the false. There are no arguments associated with this function. Returns the value to the condition true. Returns of the value conditions are false. Returns reverse conditional. If if we are taking returns a value of the condition of the true, returns another value of the condition is false. So return the not condition we are taking the Excel sheet, return the reverse of the values the arguments here. And the or condition we are taking return the false and the arguments are false and true if all arguments are true. So true is returns values is true. And what is the Excel sheet from the taking true? There is no arguments associated with this function. The date and time functions in the system also the system in the Excel sheet also. Right, thank you, Madam Guru. Date returns the date value as serial number. Date value converts the text date of data value as a serial number. Days at 360 returns the number of days between two sets dates that you specify. Returns the value serial number of the date specified by you and the return the number of months before the after specified the date here. E-date to calculate the maturity date and date the same day of the month as the date of issue. Returns the calculated maturity of the dates of the last day of the month. However, returns of the hour is serial number of the integer we are taking as 0 and 23. Once and return the serial number of the corresponding to the minute. Return the corresponding serial number of the month between 1 and 12 you are taking the network days. Second also you got the corresponding serial number of the second as an integer between 0 and 59. And also the time returns the corresponding serial number of the time fraction or decimal between 0.9999. Time value. Return is a serial number of represented by the text as time. Today, return the current date is serial number. There is no arguments for this function. This function date is time worksheet appear the real time. Return the corresponding big return corresponding of week of the serial number. Here, returns the corresponding serial number in the form and integer. Returns the calculated fraction of the represented by whole numbers between 2 days we are taking here. What is the lookup function? So lookup function address create the selectors in the text is specified row and column numbers and returns the number of areas based on a reference. So return the index number from the list based on the list of arguments. So column returns the column number based on a given reference. So columns also return the number of columns also same. I look up searches at the first specified value in the array or a table right now or top now. Hyperlink. Hyperlink. Create a shortcut jump to documents stored within a workable or in a network server. You can also use the hyperlink function to URL such as tag as page on the web. Return the value of an element selected by the row number of array form, column letter based on the table array, index it in the reference in the base in the intersection of the particular row and column. Returns the reference based on the text string looks in the first row or column in the array, returns the specified value of the position in the last row column of the array. Returns the value that is a lookup we are taking the position of the second row column based on the range one row or one column. writing in Excel. In this section, you will learn the basic rules of the creating formulas in the functions. What is a formula? A formula is a combination of operators, operands, and functions. You will use the formula, like doing calculation by hand. You could put your family budget formula like this. For star weekly salary, mortgage, food utilities. The operands multiplicity star and abstract. The operands, the values of weekly salary, mortgage, and food and utilities. The result is remaining cash. These types of formulas we can create and make calculations. When the following table, the determine the total marks obtained by the student writing the formula is equal to shown in the following figure. See here, the same figure. Mathematics marks, physics, chemistry, biology, total marks. A2 plus B2, and then what is A2 plus B2 plus C2 plus D2? The 4 marks we are selected, A2 plus B2 plus C2 plus D2. Is the one candidate marks will be selected. First candidate and second candidate and third candidate, fourth candidate will give the press enter and get a followed output. The total is equal to A2 plus B2 plus C2 plus D2. The output of the marks is equal to 380. The formula can be copied from the base from the keeping the same year, mass 96. So see here all the marks have been shown here. Here also weekly salary 10,000, mortgage expenses 3,000, food expenses 5,000, expense of utility 2,000 also we are earning here. Then basic mathematical functions. Then basic mathematical function ABS, ceiling, combine, fact, double, floor, GCD, LCM, NL, log 10, mod, equivalent. See here, these are also log 10, MOD, MBU, MMUT, M inverse, power, product, round, sum, SQRT, truncation. We can learn this one. So list of mathematical functions. What is ABS? The ABS function is an absolute value of number, the number without its sign. There is a syntax. ABS means is a number, it is a syntax. The ABS function always return a first number. The number argument can be a value, a single cell range such as ABS or multiple cell range which returns array values. An example of using ABS in a multiple cell range is shown below. Here. This is a function you can be would be absolute difference given as you the figure. The ceiling function is written a number round up away from the multiple zero. The number argument is the value you need to round, and the significant arguments is the multiple which is want to round for the number of arguments is negative significance argument. Otherwise, ceiling returns on error value. So the ceiling returns an error value. An interesting use for the ceiling function, the adjustment of time period. The following formula is now the function. So therefore, in the figure we are seeing the function 3.2.3 ceiling 3.23560.5. The value is coming here. What is combined? The combined function returns the number of combinations of the item. The combined to determine the total possible number of groups for given for numbers. The number of argument is the number of items. The items arguments is the number of items that each combination and must be between 0 and the value of the number of argument of the function to work correctly. Although non-integer values can be used in the combined function. They have to mathematical significance and they are automatically rounded to integers. Combinations are similarly to permutations is the grouping of the objectives made for a largest objectives. However, permutations are in the same order. Significant. Why it is not with the combinations of the notice here? So in this example, are 8 linemen, 4 receivers, 4 running backs, and 2 quarterbacks, and given football team. How many different ones we are taking this one and combined here? What is fact? The fact function returns the factorial number. The factorial number is equal to product of integers from 1 to number. Syntax. Fact is a number. The number is argument of the non-negative number. Your factorial is non-integer. Trunked that is the chapter here. We are writing here. So number argument is not this one. For fact, 4 equals to the 4 equivalent to 1 dash 2 1 star 2 star 3 star 4. Now in as the example figure, this one we are taking here. Factor double. The factor double function is a double factorial number. The factor double this function is available from the analysis up to factoring. Increasing using tools. Add is combined. So check the box of the adding here. So we are writing the written product here. When the text about the fact double fraction reports error the value of the number. Argument is another positive number of number. The value you want the double fractional number. Some number is calculated as an integer. We are writing the 10, not 5. See here this diagram. The fractional 5, 6, 7, 8 total. In fact, double means we are taking 8, 6, 4, 2. 8 star, 6 star, 4 star to the values maybe coming here. So double 10. Then floor we are sitting here. The floor function returns a number of rounded down towards 0, the nearest multiple of significance. The number argument is the value of wanted to round. The significance argument is the multiple which want to measure for number of arguments are negative. The negative significance of arguments. So therefore, if a non-numeric entry is made the argument flow, the returns error value of the floor function because monetary amount for this one. So this one floor 8A101 returns in 2.6 here. Greatest common divisor GCD LC. Greatest common divisor. The GCD function grades in the greatest common divisor. Two more are integers. The greatest common divisor is the largest integer that is given number 1 and 2 with a reminder. Syntax. The GCD means the number 1, number 2. The function is available from the analysis tool packer and the tools add many of the blocks data is checked. If it is not added in this list, a run setup is installed for it. Number, the number of arguments of 1 to 29 is not integer, truncator, and 0 is ignored here. So then the argument is less than 0, error is returned to. So you can also check here values of the place, number values in the place function. Least common multiple LCM. LCM function returns the least common multiple of integers. The least common multiple is the smallest integer that is multiple of all integers, number 1 and number 2. The function is available from the analysis tool packer and the tools. Add is a shortcut. It is in the add-in list. Run setup. The install, for example, LCM equals number. The number of arguments 1 to 29 values you are taking here. So an integer that truncated here. The arguments what I told in the earlier box is non-numerical less than 0. The number of values is figure. Natural, let it come. The ln function, natural less than ln or nl. Natural logarithms. Logarithms we are taking here based on the constant of 2.7182818284594. There is a syntax that the ln function can be used to calculate natural logarithms in the using function. The number of arguments is positively real number of exponents to natural logarithm. ln is the inverse of the exponential function. So you all can also log more flexible approach is needed. The log function returns the logarithm number of the base of the specified syntax log. For example, the number of arguments is positively real number which want to use. Now, what is log 10? The log 10 is the function log 10, the function returns the base 10 of the logarithm we are taking here. So log 10 also number argument positive real number logarithm 10 here. Or what function is the remainder of the divided by the divisor has the same sign as the divisor. There is also syntax here. mod is also number divisor mod 65 mod 55 we are taking here. Desirable to use the following equivalent formula. The number of argument is for which want to find the remainder. Divisor. The divisor is the argument number of which is divided number of divisor we are taking here. The matrix multiplication. So array and array 2 can be all ranges. Array constants are different when the cells in contain text of the columns in array different number of arrays. MMULT returns an error value. So therefore we can write here pressing Control Shift and Enter. MMULT 1 2 3 1 2 2 3 minus 1 automatically comes to the Excel sheet. This is the one. The matrix inverse also. Any doubts, ask me in this one.